Arthur Chung. Arthur Raymond Chung OE 10 January 1918 23 June 2008 was a Guyanese statesman who served as the first president of Guyana from 1970 to 1980. He was the first ethnic Chinese Hakka Han head of state in a non-Asian country. He was honored with Guyana's highest national honor, the Order of Excellence OE. Chung was a leader in Guyana's fight for independence during the British colonial era. Early life and career. Chung was born into a Chinese Guyanese family at Windsor Forest, west coast Demerara in British Guiana. He was the youngest of Joseph and Lucy Chung's 8 children. Joseph was a Hakka immigrant from Guangdong. Lucy was from Trinidad. Arthur was educated at Windsor Forest, Blankenberg, and Modern High School. In 1954, he married another native of Windsor Forest, Doreen Pamela Ng Kwan, with whom he had 1 daughter and 1 son. Before civic service, Chung was an apprentice surveyor and sworn land surveyor. In the early 1940s, Chung entered the Middle Temple of London, England, and qualified as a barrister in 1947. He returned to Guyana and was later appointed an acting magistrate. He became a magistrate in 1954 and a senior magistrate in 1960. Chung also served as Registrar of Deeds and of the Supreme Court. He then became a puisne judge and finally an appeal court judge in 1963. Presidency. When Guyana became a republic under the leadership of Forbes Burnham in 1970, the National Assembly elected Chung as the country's first president. He took office on 17 March 1970. 10 years later, a constitutional revision transformed the presidency into an executive position, and Burnham succeeded Chung as president on 6 October 1980. During his time as president of Guyana, the office was that of a ceremonial head of state, with real power in the hands of Prime Minister Forbes Burnham. During his presidency, on June 27, 1972, Guyana established formal diplomatic relations with China, making Guyana the first English-speaking Caribbean country to establish diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China. In 1977, President Chung of Guyana visited China and met with Hua Guofeng, Premier of China. Later years. Chung died aged 90 on 23 June 2008 at his home at Bel Air Springs, Georgetown. In the 2 months prior to his death, he had been hospitalized a number of times, and he was last released from the hospital on 20 June. A week after his death, he was buried at the 7 Ponds in the Botanical Gardens. Legacy. In 2015, it was announced that the Guyana International Conference Center (GIC) would be renamed the Arthur Chung Convention Center, and newly elected President David A. Granger stated, "I would like the first president in this country to be remembered. This is the 45th anniversary year of becoming a republic, and Mr. Chung was the first person of Chinese descent." After undergoing rehabilitative work, the Arthur Chung Convention Center was recommissioned in June 2018.